Hi there, grade 6 pupils. Welcome back again to another video lesson. So we are now on the second week for our video lesson in grade 6 mathematics quarter 2. So during the first week, we have discussed the introduction to ratio and proportion. So for this week, ang i-discuss po natin has something to do with the missing term of a proportion. So hanapin po natin yung mga missing term dun sa proportion. And then we will be discussing the different types of proportion, which are the direct, inverse, and partitive. So mamaya po i-discuss po natin kung ano yung mga definition or meaning ng tatlong uri ng proportion na yan. And makikita nyo kung paano sila nagkakaiba-iba. And then, after nating ma-discuss kung ano yung definition ng proportion, yung different types ng proportion, syempre, i-apply naman natin sila through solving word problems. So, may mga word problems tayong nakaprepare dyan. And then, makikita nyo talaga kung paano nagkakaiba-iba yung direct, inverse, and then yung partitive proportion. So, yun lang. Let's start our discussion. So, for our lesson objectives, first, find the missing terms of a direct proportion, inverse proportion, and partitive proportion. And after that, we shall proceed to solving word problems involving direct, inverse, and partitive proportion. So before we start our discussion, let us have first a review. Compare the following fractions. Use less than, greater than, or equal. So ayan, paano nga ba tayo nagko-compare ng mga fractions? So, tuturuan ko po kayo ngayon kung anong pinakamadaling technique, pinakamabilis na technique kung paano tayo nagko-compare ng fractions. So, ang gagawin lang po natin is, kukunin natin yung cross products. Paano ba yon? Say for example, this one, number 1. So, 1 times 15, ayan, imumultiply lang po natin yan. And that is 15. Yung nakuha nating product na 15, nagko-correspond po siya dun sa first fraction, which is 1 over 9. Next naman, 2 times 9, the answer is 18. Ito naman, nagko-correspond dun sa kabilang fraction. And then, since yung nakuha nating product dun sa left side is mababa dun sa right side, ang gagamitin po nating symbol is less than. So, ibig sabihin, 1 over 9 is less than 2 over 15. Mas mababa po yung value ng 1 over 9 sa 2 over 15. Next, 3/8 and then 10 over 27. So, ganun pa rin naman ang ating gagawin. So, 3 times 27, kapag minultiply po yan, the answer is 81. And then, 8 times 10 or 10 times 8, the answer is 80. 81 is greater than 80. Therefore, our symbol is greater than. 3/8 is greater than 10 over 27. So, I hope nakukuha niyo po yung technique natin dyan. Next, 4 over 7 and 12 over 21. So, 4 times 21, the answer or the product is 84. What about 7 and then 12? So, 7 times 12, the answer is also 84. So, as you can see, nakakuha tayo ng parehong product which is 84. Therefore, ang symbol nating ilalagay or isusulat is equal symbol. Kasi, ang 12 over 21, kapag sinimplify natin yan or kinuha natin yung lowest term, ang magiging sagot po natin dyan is yung 4 over 7. Kaya po, equal sila. Next, last, 5 over 11 and 4 over 13. So, 5 times 13, product is 65. 4 times 11, the answer is 44. 65 is greater than 44. So, ibig sabihin ang ating symbol dito is greater than. 5 over 11 is greater than 4 over 13. So, that is how you compare fractions. So, ayan, tapos na tayo sa review. Let us now proceed to our main discussion. So, before we present the three types of proportion, let us first have the definition of proportion. Proportion is simply the pair of equal ratios. The cross products of equal ratios are always equal. Okay, so proportion lang po ang dalawang given natin, ang dalawang ratios natin kapag pareho po yung nakuha nating cross products. Kaya nga tayo nag-apply kanina dun sa ating review. Tinignan natin doon kung alin ang mas mataas, alin ang mas mababa, or alin naman dun yung equal. And then meron tayong isang item doon na pareho yung nakuha nating product, which is 84. So, yun. Pwede nating sabihin na proportion sila. So, if A over B is equal to C over D, then A times D is equal to B times C. So, pakita natin yan using an illustration. Kung mapapansin nyo po dito, ayan, so si A, minultiply kay D, cross products kasi. And then si B, minultiply kay C. Okay. So, kung nakasulat naman sila in column form, mapapansin natin na meron tayo dyan means and extremes. So, ano ba yung means and extremes na yan? So, yung product ng means, yung dalawang nasa loob, ay kapareho ng product ng extremes, yung mga nasa labas, yung mga nasa gilid, which are A and D. So, yan, tatandaan po natin na the products of the means is always equal to the products of the extremes. Kapag po the products of the means is not equal to the products of the extremes, hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na proportion sila. Kailangan po, equal po yung product na makukuha natin. So, let us now proceed to the first type of proportion, which is direct or direct proportion. This is the most common type of proportion. So, direct proportion is the relationship between two variables whose ratio is equal to a constant value. So, tinitignan natin yung relationship ng dalawang variables kung magkakaroon ba tayo ng constant value. Okay, so yan po yung pinaka-common type ng proportion natin na pinakita ko kanina yung illustration, yung A times D is equal to B times C. And then, tatandaan natin kapag direct proportion, if one quantity increases, the other increases. Kapag tumaas yung isa, tataas din po yung value ng isa. Kapag bumaba yung value ng isa, bababa din po yung isa. And then, of course, the first term corresponds to the second term, and the third term to fourth term. So, yung mga terms na sinasabi natin yan, ito sila. A over B is equal to C over D. So, ibig sabihin yung first term natin, A, nagko-correspond siya sa second term natin, which is B. Ayan. And then, si third term na C, correspond siya dun sa fourth term, which is D. So, let's have an example para maintindihan nyo kung ano ba yung direct proportion na yan. So, for the first example, so what is the value of x if 2 is to 5 is equal to x is to 90? So, we're looking for the value of x. Missing term nga kasi yung ating discussion. So, paano natin ipapakita yung solusyon natin dyan? So, as you can see, nakasulat po yan in column form. So, yung column form po na yan, itatransform po natin or isusulat natin in fraction form. Paano ba yon? 2 over 5 or 2/5 is equal to x over 90. So, ganyan lang po natin sila isusulat in fraction form. Next, paano natin kukunin yung missing value, yung missing term? So, gagamitin po natin yung cross product. Ayan. 2 times 90, and then 5 times x. So, pakita natin. 5 times x equals 2 times 90. So, 5 times x, the answer is 5x. Equals 2 times 90. So, dalawang 90, the answer is 180. Para siyang 90 plus 90, and that is 180. Next, para makuha natin yung value ng x, i-divide po natin yung ating equation by 5. Sir, bakit po by 5? Para matanggal yung numerical value dun sa tabi ng x. Para x na lang ang lilitaw or matitira. So, makakancel ngayon yung 5. Matitira na lang po is x. And then, i-divide natin yung 180 by 5. So, 180, i-divide natin ng 5. Our answer will be 36. So, x is equal to 36. Is there a way to check if our answer is correct or not? Yes po. Malalaman po natin na mali ang sagot or tama kapag kinuha natin yung cross products. So, i-substitute ngayon natin yung term na nakuha natin or yung value ng x, which is 36. So, magiging 2/5 equals 36 over 90. And then, kunin natin yung cross products. 2 times 90, that is 180. And then, 5 times 36, the answer is also 180. So, equal po sila both sides. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 36. So, let's have another example. A cupcake recipe needs 5 eggs to make 8 cupcakes. How many eggs is needed to make 48 cupcakes? So, base dito sa ating problem, so we are considering a cupcake recipe. So, wherein, kailangan po ng 5 eggs para makagawa ng 8 cupcakes. So, ang tanong natin dito, ilang eggs naman ang kailangan kung 48 cupcakes ang kailangan nating palitawin. So, paano natin i-set up yung ating solusyon? So, pwede nating isulat ganito, 5 eggs over 8 cupcakes equals x eggs, or pwede nating isulat n eggs over 48 cupcakes. So, ayan. Yan ang pwedeng solusyon na gawin natin. So, next. Sulat natin 5 over 8 equals x over 48. So, yung x na yan, pwede rin pong n. So, next naman, cross multiply. So, 5 times 48, 8 times x. So, magiging 8x equals 5 times 48. So, 5 times 48, the answer is 240. So, next, i-rewrite natin. 8x equals 240. So, para mawala yung 8 at x na lang matira, so, i-divide po natin both sides of the equation by 8. And then, makakancel yung 8. Matitira na lang po is x. And then, 240, i-divide po natin sa 8. The answer is 30. So, therefore, the value of x is 30. So, ano ba yung 30 na yan? So, ito po yung bilang ng eggs na kailangan para makagawa ng 48 cupcakes. So, pwede nating isulat, therefore, 30 eggs are needed to make 48 cupcakes. Ayan. So, mapapansin natin dyan, yung constant value natin dyan is yung 5. Okay. So, ayan. 30 eggs are needed to make 48 cupcakes. So, let's have the last problem for direct proportion. Mark's car can travel 240 kilometers in 4 hours. How far can the car travel in 6 hours? So, dito po sa ating problem, nakikita natin na 240 kilometers na ang na-travel ni Mark, yung kotse ni Mark, sa loob lamang ng 4 hours. So, ang tanong natin, ilang kilometers na ang layo or ang distance ng car ni Mark kapag 6 hours na. So, sulat natin yung yung ating solusyon. 240 kilometers over 4 hours equals x kilometer all over 6 hours. So, kapag sinolve natin yan, ganito ang lilitaw niyan, 240 over 4 equals x over 6. And then cross multiply. So, 4 times x equals 240 times 6. Sulat natin dito, 4 times x, the answer is 4x equals the product of 240 and 6 is 1,440. And then para matanggal yung 4, so divide natin both sides of the equation by 4. So makakancel yung 4, matitira lang is x, and then 1,440 i-divide natin sa 4. So kapag dinivide po natin yung 1,440 by 4, the quotient or the result will be 360. So ano yung 360 na yan? 360 kilometers. Yan po yung na-travel ng car ni Mark in 6 hours. So let us now proceed to another type of proportion, which is the inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. Two quantities are said to be inversely proportional if one value increases, the other decreases. On the other hand, when one value decreases, the other increases. So kung dun sa direct proportion, kapag ang isang value nag-i-increase, nag-i-increase din yung isa. Kapag nagdi-decrease yung isa, nagdi-decrease din yung isa. Pero dito sa inverse proportion, baligtad. Kapag ang isang value ay tumataas, yung isa naman ay bumababa. Kapag naman tumaas yung isa or bumaba yung isa, tataas naman yung isa. And then, the first term corresponds to the fourth term and the third term to second term. Ayan. So, kanina first term correspond to second term, third to fourth term. Ngayon naman, first to fourth, tapos third to second term. So, para mas maintindihan po natin kung ano yung inverse proportion at bakit hindi siya kamukha ng direct proportion. So, let us have the following problem. It takes 6 workers to build a classroom for 15 days. How many workers is needed to build the classroom in 9 days? So, kapag 6 na tao or 6 na manggagawa ang nagtrabaho para ma-build or maitayo yung classroom, matatapos siya within 15 days. So, ang tanong naman dito, ilang workers naman ang kailangan para yung classroom maitayo siya sa loob lamang ng 9 na araw or 9 days? So, kung iisipin natin, kung gusto nating matapos yung classroom, maitayo siya within 9 days, kailangan yung number of workers ay mas mataas or mas marami sa 6 workers. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin natin na 5 workers lang ang kailangan, magagawa siya within 9 days. Hindi nga. Hindi po pwede yon. Dahil 6 workers nga lang, 15 days na yung i-consume. So, ibig sabihin, para matapos siya sa mas maikling araw, which is 9 days, mas marami po dapat yung bilang ng manggagawa. So, paano natin ipapakita yung solusyon? So, sulat natin yung first term. Para hindi po tayo maguluhan dun sa first term corresponds to fourth term, third term to the second term. Ilista po natin yung mga term. So, first term natin is 6. 6 workers. Second term naman natin is 15 days. And then, third term natin is X or N workers. And then, fourth term naman natin is 9 days. So, kung isa-set up natin yung solution, ganito dapat siya. First term corresponds to fourth term. So, dapat 6 workers corresponds to 9 days equals third term corresponds to the second term. So, X workers, X number of workers corresponds to 15 days. Ayan. Next. Cross multiply tayo ngayon. 6 times 15. So, 6 times 15 equals 9 times X. 6 times 15, the answer is 90. Equals 9X. And then, interchange natin yung position, magiging 9x equals 90. And then, divide natin both sides by 9. And then, makakancel po yung 9. And then, the value of x is 10. So, 90 divided by 9, the answer is 10. So, ibig sabihin, 10 workers ang kailangan para ma-build yung classroom in 9 days. Kung mapapansin natin, yung value ng x natin is 10, mas mataas po dun sa 6. Kasi nga, kailangan matapos natin yung classroom within 9 days, mas maraming tao dapat, maraming manggagawa ang kailangan magtrabaho. So, last one naman is partitive proportion. Partitive proportion, a number is divided into equal parts proportional to a given ratio. It involves part-to-whole ratios equivalent to each other. So, dito sa partitive proportion, hinahati yung mga numbers in different parts, in different number of parts. Say, for example, yung bilang ng pera, hahatiin yan maaaring sa 3, sa 3 tao, sa 4 na tao, depende po dun sa proportion, ratio na naka-indicate sa kanila. Say for example, ang ratio ng hahatiin pera is 3:2:1. Okay. So, and then, pwede rin namang number of candies, hinahati into 4 persons o 4 kids. Ayan. And then, may particular na ratio ang nakalagay na kailangan nating i-solve. Siyempre, para mas makita natin kung ilan ba ang number of candies na ibibigay natin dito, ilan ang matatanggap nito, ilan ang matatanggap niya. So, para mas maintindihan natin yung partitive proportion, so let us consider the following problem. Mary has 48 lollipops in a container. She will divide these lollipops to her 3 siblings, Anna, Bea, and Cathy, in the ratio of 1:3:4. how many lollipops will each one of them get? So, dito sa problem natin, given po yung total number of lollipop which is 48. So, yun ang bilang ng lollipops na meron si Mary dun sa kanyang container. And then, kailangan niyang i-divide yung number of lollipops na yun sa kanyang tatlong kapatid. Si Anna, Bea, and Cathy. Na kung saan naka-indicate po yung proportion. Ayan, 1:3:4. So, ibig sabihin, ang ratio for Anna is 1, and then kay Bea, 3, and then kay Cathy naman, 4. So, ang tanong natin, how many lollipops will each one of them get? So, kung mapapansin natin, yung ratio na given, hindi po pantay-pantay. Makikita natin na si Anna ang pinakakonti ang matatanggap. Si Cathy naman ang pinakamadami. So, paano natin malalaman yan? So, yung 1:3:4 na yan, pwede natin yung isulat in terms of n. Okay, kasi number. So, pwede natin isulat itong si 1, n siya. And then si 3 naman, 3n. And then si 4 naman, 4n. And then i-add natin yan, equal natin sa total number of lollipops na nandun sa container, which is 48. Paano natin isi-set up yung ating equation? So, ganito lang. N plus 3n plus 4n equals 48. Ayan. So, i-rewrite lang po natin. N plus 3n plus 4n equals 48. So, anong value ng n? 1. So, 1n. Itong n na to. 1. Plus 3 plus 4, the answer is 8. So, 8n equals 48. So, ayan. Para mawala yung 8, kailangan nating i-divide yung both sides of the equation by 8. So, makakancel po yung 8. Matitira na lang po is n. And then, 48 divided by 8, the answer is 6. So, yung value ng n natin is 6. So, balik ngayon tayo dun sa proportion. So, si Anna, yung n. So, ibig sabihin, si Anna, matatanggap niya is 6 lollipops. Next, si Bea naman. Si Bea naman, 3n. 3n. So, ibig sabihin, 3 times 6. The answer is 18. So, 18 lollipops ang kanyang matatanggap. And then, si Cathy naman, 4n. That is 4 times 6. The answer is 24. So, 24 lollipops naman ang matatanggap ni Cathy. So, kung i-add natin yung matatanggap nilang number of lollipops, 6 plus 18 plus 24 equals 48. 6 plus 18, the answer is 24. Plus 24, 48. Therefore, 48 is equal to 48. So again, Anna will be receiving 6 lollipops. Bea, 18 lollipops. While Cathy, having the most number of lollipops, which is 24. So another problem for partitive partition, Mang Tomas sold his rest house for 500,000 pesos. The amount of money he received from selling was divided to his 3 children, namely June, July, and August in the ratio of 2:3:5. How much do they receive each? So ayan, so nagbenta po ng rest house si Mang Tomas for 500,000 pesos. And then, yung 500,000 pesos na yun is, i-divide niya dun sa tatlong anak niya. Sina? June, July, and August. Na kung saan yung ratio given, 2:3:5. Makikita na hindi pantay-pantay yung ratio, yung matatanggap na pera, amount of money, nung tatlo niyang anak. So, 2 nagko-correspond kay June, yung 3 kay July, and then yung 5 kay August. Kitang-kita naman na si August ang makaka-receive ng pinakamataas or pinakamalaking share dun sa 500,000 pesos. So kapag sinet up natin yung ating solusyon, so si June, 2x. Si July, 3x. And then si August, 5x. So yung ating solusyon, susulat natin siya as 2x plus 3x plus 5x equals yung 500,000 pesos. Ayan. So, isulat ngayon natin yung ating solusyon. Rewrite lang natin 2x plus 3x plus 5x equals 500,000 pesos. 2x plus 3x plus 5x, the answer is 10x equals 500,000 pesos. And then, we will divide both sides of the equation by 10. So, makakancel yung 10. X na lang siya, and then 500,000 pesos, i-divide natin by 10. Our answer is 50,000 pesos. So, ito po yung value ng X natin. Now, paano natin malalaman kung magkano ang matatanggap ni na June, July, at August? So, dito tayo kay June. 2x siya, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, yung 2, i-multiply lang natin sa 50,000. And then, yung lilitaw na product is 100,000 pesos. Yun ang matatanggap po ni June. Si July naman, so 3x siya. So, 3 times 50,000 pesos. Ang matatanggap naman ni July is 150,000 pesos. And then finally, si August, ang pinakamalaking share, so 5 times x or 5x, so 5 times 50,000. Ang kanyang marireceive naman is 250,000 pesos. And then to check if our answer is correct, so yung 100,000, 150,000, tsaka yung 250,000 is i-add lang po natin yung tatlo na yan. And then kailangan ang makuha po nating sum is yung 500,000 pesos. Kapag hindi natin nakuha yon, hindi equal yung nakuha nating sum, ibig sabihin mali po yung value ng x o kaya naman yung pagka-multiply natin dun sa checking. Kailangan equal po yan. So again, 100,000 plus 150,000 plus 250,000, ang makukuha nating sum dyan is 500,000 pesos. Makikita na si June, ang pinaka-konti ang marireceive, and then si August naman ang pinaka-mataas ang marireceive, which is 250,000. Kalahati mismo ng 500,000 pesos. So after discussing different types of proportion as well as yung word problems involving these types, so our next video lesson has something to do with finding the percentage, rate, and base in a problem. So kung anong pinagkaiba ng percentage, ng rate, and then base na yan, i-discuss po natin lahat yan sa ating susunod na video lesson. So I hope you've learned something from this video lesson. Yun lang, maraming salamat.